Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel and blog. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for another tutorial. Today I have a very simple idea for an Easter card that I'd like to share with you. I'm using a sentiment from Teeny Tiny Wishes that says Happy Easter. It's a very small sentiment. One thing that's nice about small sentiments is that we can use them in a card that features very large print. That large print could be in the form of a designer paper, pattern paper, or it could just be some empty white space on the cardstock. Pardon me. For this card, I'm going to be using a background piece of Pop of Pink Designer Series paper, which is a black and white designer paper, and it has images of really hot pink. I think it's Melon Mambo on the opposite side. I'm pairing this with some more of Inside the Lines Designer Series paper. What I'll be doing with Inside the Lines is not coloring it today, but instead I'll be creating small frames with it. So the formula that I'm using to create the frames is just any size designer paper from Inside the Lines plus 1/8 of an inch around each end, and that's going to create a thin frame. And it's going to be a black frame in the case of this card. This could be done with Inside the Lines paper with almost any type of cardstock. You could use this idea for different color schemes. It's an idea that will allow many cards to be made in volume. Every year at Easter, I send out many Easter cards. It's one of my favorite personal holidays. One way that I like to share that holiday is to send a card, and I am going to make so many cards that I don't want to make a hardship on the process that I'm using, so I'm going to use as much of a time saver as I can. I wanted to share this idea with you all because I realized you might actually have the same type of situation. So I would suggest that you find yourself a very small sentiment that will allow you to use a large piece of designer paper, and you can make a small banner out of it, and then pair it with a designer series paper or pattern paper that lets you feature the pattern paper as the focal point of the card. I'm adding a small amount of the card of the Inside the Lines designer paper to the inside of the card as well. I have another stamp set that is called Sweet Sayings, and it has a larger sentiment in it, and it says, "Wishing you all the beautiful blessings of Easter." I like this stamp set as well. However, using this is a larger sentiment, and using it on the front of the page did not really work out to what my card design would be. So I decided it would be something nice to put to the inside of the card. As I put down the piece of Inside the Lines designer paper on the left side of this inside the card, I used just a normal felt pen, and I drew a line to the inside of the margin. That gave a little bit of the breakup for the colors. Thank you guys for joining me for this really quick card tutorial idea. I invite you over to my blog at jennystampsup.com to get more card making inspiration. Thank you.
Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day!